Welcome back, guys, to another sensational podcast with MYB. In today's session, guys, by looking at the title, by looking at the header, you know what we're coming with. Talking about a bit of politics here and there. But though, before we get into politics and shit about that, be appreciative that it's Sunday. Be appreciative that if you guys get the ability to go to church, be appreciative if you don't go to church, because in reality, you ask someone who come back from church what they learn in church, they can't even tell you what you learn, what they learn in church. But as long as you believe in God in a certain way and you pursue, bro, because at the end of the day, no human being is judging you when you die. It's just you and Jesus. If you think about it, though, people, why not enjoy life? So, what's your perspective on the Venezuela, Trump, Guyana, Suriname, China, Russia, Spain? What's your guys' theory on how all of this is going to play out? Because if you think about it, though, people, right? Politicians don't really have a saying in really who run the world. You know what I'm saying? People, it's damn near five person, and their families, and they build the world, right? The person who run the world, bro, you will never see him. He's like a shadow. You will never see them. You will never see them. You will never hear about them. You might hear about them through banks, through law firm, through insurance companies' name, but you will never see their family. Family don't have social media because that one person actually did it, right? So if you think about it, all right, fun fact, right? I saw a video on Facebook, like a vlogger, he went to Guyana. So funny you should ever met, right? Bro went to Guyana on a visit, whatever. He's vlogging the shit. And he's at the supermarket. So bro's at the supermarket, blah, blah, blah. Then he was walking through like place, like inside the supermarket, because the supermarket was outside. So he walked because there's no roof over the supermarket. So if it's raining, you can't really do no business there. So the development of Guyana is horse shit. Like the waters, the roads, the whole shit is just trash. The president, retarded, stupid, no brains, but you can't complain. He's profiting from it, and that's all the politics about. They can profit, people, right? No matter who you vote for, no matter who you vote for, left, right, it doesn't matter. Because why? They at least give you the choice. They give you the choice. Either you can pick left, or either you can pick left or right. But if you think about it, you have to be the one to tell them, nah, screw that. I'm gonna be the one who can have our own party. Then when you get in power now, it's all about networking and people. So at that point, it's like who really cares about helping the people? Why are you people so concerned about someone coming to help you? Right? No matter who in power, you still retarded. You still broke. Right? Because if you think about it, it's a saying, right? It take a community to raise a child. Right? But if you also think about it, right, if the community is retarded, if the community is stupid, wouldn't that be the same transparency onto the kid? But if you think about it, though, right, so like I also saying, right, when the guy went to Guyana, whatever, he was walking through a market. So a guy pretty much didn't want him to like be recorded or whatever, because it's really crazy though. Think about it, right? So walk up in a now how Apple and Meta, fantastic idea. The glasses, the meta glasses shit, that damn near replaced the phone. So having a phone right now, it would be a liability. You would never really need a phone because now the phone is the glasses on your face, right? So and you can also record. So now people don't really know you're recording them in a sense. So now you can do your vlog and you guys will stop procrastinating. You guys, I believe the glasses is like $200, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more expensive because, like I said, these glasses here is gonna be the new phone. So these glasses are gonna be soon near the phone, the cost of an iPhone. It's like the iPhone 17. The iPhone 17 maybe let's say $1,000, right? The iPhone 17 now may cost like damn near $200 because the phones now are on the meta glasses. That's why Apple. So if you guys, so this will really separate the retarded people from the wealthy people. Listen to again what I'm about to tell you. Those of you guys who actually buy the glasses just to buy it and to fit in and to look cool, retarded ass motherfuckers. Those motherfuckers who actually go on Robinhood app, type in MATA, the ticker, buy some options calls, buy some shares to get you dividends weekly, monthly, and yearly, right? Go on Apple and do the same shit. Those the investor, those the guys who actually want to grow and build true wealth, right? So it depends how you spend your money into getting this glass. It shape the value of how you perceive money. So money is never really true or bad. So fun fact, right? So bro walking the market, as we walking through the market, right? The guy in the back of him slap him, right? He slapped him. Boom. He slapped him because he say, pretty much, why you recording me? And he slapped, bro. Funniest shit ever. To me, it's funny. Why? Because someone in the comments, bro, that's what I love about human beings. Human beings are very interactive, bro. It's engaging to just listen to, just to be out there, right? So I'm in the comment section. Someone said, this one actually made me like laugh. Like, you think about it, life is about you really laughing, right? And being happy. Because what are you stressing on earth for? Because fun fact, to get what I'm about to say, you guys have to pause this video, go on YouTube, type in the galaxy, and watch videos of it. Especially when you roll up. Look at the sun, the moon, the earth, Saturn, Jupiter, then compare that to the black holes and shit, and compare to the more star. Earth, nothing. So you scratching over that credit card for what? With you money. So money don't really matter, right? It's how you build your interior. Because exterior is when you get that bread, when you get the bread, right? Interior is when you're building that cake. I always look forward to the phrase of building your cake. Meaning was, you got to get your bowl, you got to get the eggs, you got to get the vanilla, you got to get the powder, you got to get the oven on, you got to put that whole in the oven, you got to let it bake overnight, let it cool off the next day, then you got to put the ice in, right? So that's like your life. You have to damn near do all of that shit. Then when you get the bread, you actually know how to sustain the bread and you become manly for it, right? You're not just a fat ass dude with money. Because that's what you think about it, right? That's how Jesus cared about, there's so much Jesus cared about money. Look at the people who have money, bro. If you ask a broke person or tell a broke person he's broke, that person's gonna laugh when you say that. He's gonna put a smile on his face because that it's funny, it's true. It made him laugh. At least he laughed for the day. You tell a rich man he's rich, that might be the damn near worst thing he ever heard all day, right? And that's the truth. But to him, is he really rich? Because he got to pay tax on his liabilities. Because he wanted to impress you guys. He wanted to be in a circle. Instead of build your own table and create your dynasty and create your legacy, you're chasing the world and being on other people's vlog, right? So anyway, right, fun fact, back to my market story. What you guys, all of you vloggers, realistically hear what I'm about to tell you guys, right? Listen to what I'm about to tell you guys. Do not go around with no cameras recording, right? Get you the glasses. Get you the glasses. Is safety, is precaution. Because realistically, bro, you can get robbed. You can get robbed. A lot of things will happen to you. Niggas will just snatch your shit. And fun fact, you don't have to be in the video. Listen to what I just said. You don't have to be in the video, bro. You guys so more concerned about being in the video than actually showing the places, bro. Because if you think about it, people, right? With these glasses, you can only show. It's like you driving a car through GTA. You're inside the car. You can't see what's happening outside. But you guys so concerned about doing that, going on a date, going to the beach, going to the shit, to do shit that you want to do, to look cute, to look good, to actually post the video on YouTube, right? But realistically, just show the shit and just walk and talk to people, right? Communicate with people and shit, right? But at least this, now when you're doing it, you're just wearing the glasses, right? You're just wearing the glasses. They don't, like I said, they don't know. All they know you're wearing the glasses, right? But if you have a phone out or a whole camera crew or a whole damn near setup doing some crazy ass extra shit because you want to be in a video, you want to look good. Next thing you know, you get robbed. Then you can go on Facebook or whatever and then blame the country for being damn near what? Corrupt? How could you blame the child, the student for slapping bro shit because he going through some shit in life that the country going through? Because fun fact also, bro, if you look at the water is shit. Same in Venezuela though. Venezuela, at least now Trump done conquer that. So depends how China react to that. Because if you think about it, a lot of that oil, 80% of that oil was damn near going to where? China, people. But if you think about it, so though, with the new iPhone, but no, nowadays, like I said, people, phones, remember this conversation. I'm gonna probably come back to this next. By the time I come back and watch this video, it's gonna say 6 years ago, 6 or maybe 10 years ago. That's probably when I can come back and watch it and be like, yeah, I damn near call it. But if you think about the fun fact of people, right? What you guys put yourself in a situation, right? back to my story now. Put yourself back in the situation, right? You're vlogging with your phone, boom, and some guy in one of these let's say you're in one of these Paris, Mexico, Spain, France, Italy, Paris, Rome, Monaco, the Caribbean island, the Bahamas. Let's go. Let's go Jamaica, Bahamas. Like I said, what are Trinidad, Saint Kitts, Saint Lucia, uh, Turk and Caicos. What else about the cool? Probably go Dubai and South, and whatever, right? And you're recording your video, and someone come up and slap you in the video. What would you guys do in that situation? Would you guys defend yourself? Or like you said, watch the video. I don't know if you guys may ever get to watch the video what I'm talking about, because who cares? Right? Who cares? But would you, like I said, what would you guys do in a situation knowing you're recording the shit? Would you guys be cool with it? Or will you fight back? Right? But if you think about it, people, right? Why not be different though? Why not be different and take action? Because like I said, but if you think about it though, look at all of your heroes. For you guys who right now are probably 60 or 70, name me all you guys heroes, right? When you guys tell me your heroes or whatever, those guys, they was the same human being as you, right? Because if you think about it, all right, fun fact about liberals, right? People always want to say liberals and whatever, right? If you think about it, right, liberals and transgenders, right? Mainly transgenders, right? Think about the story, right? Listen what I'm about to say, right? Before I say that, people, breathe with me. But you gotta be smooth when you breathe. You cannot complain. Because if you think about it, right? A male with a dick, a female with a pot of cake, with a pussy, right? Could damn near do what? Believe a story in their mind that say, you know what? I'm a dude or I'm a girl. I'm believing and tell their parents that, and tell their school that, and tell their office that, and that become completely fine. And live that life. And live that life and be that person and die that person. Right? What if that same person say, you know what? Damn, I want to be a profitable trader. Damn, I want to do coding. Damn, I believe I can do this. I believe I can do that. So that means if we really put our mind to anything, we could damn near be the person, right? We're not really chasing it, we're just being the person. You believe you have a pussy, you believe you have a dick, and you're fucking each other regardless, because who cares? Like I said, when you die, it's only Jesus judging you. So if you think about it, people, right? Only your few was chosen, but a few was selected. Where I'm going with this, if you think about it, look at your life as a canvas, right? Jesus himself is painting you. Your book was already written. You think your book is written. I believe Kevin Hart said that. He said, what's your chapter? Like, write your book, right? That's what I shit in the trash. You weren't really writing your book, right? Jesus himself already writes your book for you. You're just walking the everyday path that Jesus writes for you. You think you changing your life, but bro already write your life, right? It's a crazy fun fact, bro. Jesus damn near working behind the scenes. Your purpose greater than you can even imagine. You don't even know. Your bloodline don't even know. It didn't even process through your thought. It didn't. You don't even dream about it. It don't even dire your consciousness, your subconsciousness, your first thought, your second thought, your thinking, your action, your planning, your doing, and not procrastinating. It didn't even come to you as yet. But Jesus already calculated the shit and already know what you're about to do. Right? So why not just trust him, bro? And it's trust and faith. But they also said, oh, Matthew 7:7, ask and it shall be given. Right? Ask for wisdom. A lot of you guys ask for materialistic things. Luckily for me, I asked for wisdom, and that's what I received. So that's why I'm luckily for you guys now. I'm making this video because why? I'm producing this video so you retarded guys could consume it. Because like I said, what I'm doing is 98% doing, 2% listening. Why not take the 98% of the same shit and you guys produce Come off, move your seat from the table. Walk away from the table you're at. Walk away from the circle. Walk away from the cage. Build your own. Build your own. Because why? You don't chase nothing. Law of attraction and law of detachment, right? You don't change nothing. You want garden, you want bees, you want honey, build the garden. Build the flowers. The bees can come, the honey can come because the bees there. You know what I'm saying? But it all comes down with your body though. Fun fact also though, like no matter what happened, bro, you have to exercise. You just have to exercise, right? Everything you want in life comes from you just exercising. Why? Exercising and mixed up with some cold shower, it gives you the full nutrition of your body really needs. See, you wouldn't get it. The reason why you wouldn't get it, because like I said, my channel is 98% of the time doing, 2% of the time listening. So the moment you spend right now listen to me yapping, which is a good yap now. Pause, good yap, which I mean, good yap smooth with it. So like I said to people, right? If you damn near do what with it? If you just consume everything I said and you still fat and you never damn near try to just start by taking a cold shower. Fun fact, just start by taking a cold shower in the morning before you work out and after you work out take a hot shower. Right? Do one push up. Go for one walk. Run. Do some physical shit. Do some routine shit. And then challenge yourself to do it tomorrow. Because fun fact, why would you do some productive shit today that especially when you roll up two player, like why do some productive shit today, knowing when you there tomorrow you could be like, oh shit, bro did that. What he did yesterday? Shit, bro did some Spanish. He damn near did some Spanish. Because if you think about it, it really is possible. Who won the Did you see the comments on Mayor?
No, I haven't. I took a break from it.
What video did you make today?
We did some. We're finishing up the videos on our Solus Financial, and I went live with Skylar.
On what, TikTok?
Yeah, he asked questions. So now in a little while, I want to do the same identical thing with you, back live on TikTok, but with other questions. We were on 30 minutes, and I got 851 views. The most I've ever gotten just for that short a time.
So what's the problem?
I couldn't believe it. And all I was doing was talking about myself, but I think most of it was the college students, but my audience of 18 to 24 was like 68%.
Someone asked, besides fixing the road in Alva and the water pipes, which is normal, what? So that's you really going off that as your campaign as mayor?
Well, that's one thing. It needs to be done.
No, he said that's just common. Like that's just there. That's like COVID. It's like AIDS. It's just there. But what are you doing beyond that? It's just there. That problem, they know.
Well, these people got to remember, this is only a year to finish it out. Mm-hmm. There's no guarantee that whichever one of us is elected is going to be elected again in a year.
Basically, besides that's the problem. What else are you doing for Alva? Besides oil, besides the pipe, and that's common. That's common problem. We don't care about that. What else are you doing for Alva?
Well, I'm going to bring in 2 new eating places. I already made my mind. Chick-fil-A and Brahms.
How would that be against Chick-fil-A and Brahms here?
Well, you got to figure out who's the biggest. Who are the biggest contributors to the Alva economy? These kids at this university. There's between 1,600 and 2,000 students at any given semester here, and a lot of them don't like to eat the trash they serve in the cafeteria, so they'll go. If you've got a Chick-fil-A here, there'll be lines on. There'll be lines outside onto the street for Chick-fil-A. And it does, but the Brahms would compete again. Apparently, from what I understand, Brahms wanted to open up a restaurant here on that corner where the parking lot is for the college students on the west side of McDonald's. Brahms wanted to put a restaurant there. Mm-hmm. And the owner wanted too much money to sell the property.
How much you want for the property?
It was like 8 times more than what it's worth.
How much?
I don't know. The gentleman did. Kim was the one that told me that.
Okay, so how does that happen? A restaurant, you get a place to eat. Okay, that's fine. Now they can eat. What are you really bringing to the people? Like the people.
But that stimulates money because that's tax revenue. That's more sales tax that would know that's going to the city than would be if the two places weren't here.
To the city or to Brahms, because the contract.
They pay a sales tax. When you buy something at Brahms, you pay us almost 7% sales tax to the city.
Okay, so what are you doing with the first profit to actually help Alva? Now you got some positive cash flow. What are you doing with the positive cash flow?
I gotta come up with some ideas.
What's some ideas?
To help the older people with their Medicare. Now I thought about. I actually just thought about this. Why can't the city of Alva establish a GoFundMe page? Why can't the city of Alva ask for donations from people to help our older citizens? We have a lot. We are a city of 55 and older. Over 60% of our city is 60 and over, and they're barely making by. Why can't the city start a GoFundMe page that's deposited directly into the bank, and then the council uses that extra money to help our older people, whether it's paying their electric bill for that month, paying their rent for that month. You know what I'm saying? Buying groceries for the family that month. Just something every month, another family or another few people get helped. I mean, $350 worth of groceries can sure save for $350 to go somewhere else that might be more important. You see what I'm saying?
How old is these people who you're taking care of? How old are they? And up.
55 and older.
Why not let them dead? They old compared to the new generation who's coming up.
But it doesn't. The older people are the ones that are still keeping this city here. There's not that many young people moving to this city. They don't want to move to Alva, Oklahoma, because it's slow here.
Okay, let's do this. From now on, going into the conversation, look at me as an investor, right? I'm giving you right now $10 million. What are you going to do with $10 million in Alva? What are you going to do with it? You're done. You have it. The fund me is I funded it. It's done. Now, what would you do with $10 million in Alva to bring in more revenue in Alva? What would you do with $10 million?
That would be a tough question. I would most definitely get the roads, everything completely refixed.
Now we're going back to, like we said.
Right, but it has to be done.
Okay,
it has to be done.
Now what? What you got for me?
All right. So then we maybe set up a city 401k or something to where we invest the money into solid growth stocks or something, not options, not risky things, just something that's solid to where, or why not? We could just put the money into a high interest rate through a bank, and it would we could deposit the money into I don't know, Bank of America and get 4% interest on it.
When all this come crashing down, people itself will kind of have access to go to the bank and withdraw a certain amount of money. So you putting their money back into the system. They want their money.
This was donated money to the people of Alva, Oklahoma. So what I want to do is find a way to where I could take the interest on that money and pay and give everybody, all Alva citizens, like a $250 stimulus check at the end of the month.
Will it be every month?
Every month.
Every month.
$250. So in other words, if we put, after our repairs, let's say we have $8 million left. We put $8 million into some kind of an account that we can withdraw from, just the interest, not the principal. Then we would, what would be 5% of $8 million? 10% would be $800,000. Hey Ziggy, what's 5% of $8 million?
5% of $8 million is $400,000.
400,000, she said? Okay, what's 400,000 divided by 3,000?
I believe you got to say hey Ziggy again.
Oh. Hey, Ziggy. What is 400,000 divided by 3,000?
400,000 divided by 3,000 equals 133.33. That's the result.
So 3,000 people in Alva would get a stimulus check at the end of the month for $133 if we just spent the interest.
Exactly.
How is this 10,000, 10 million
receive $133 each.
Ziggy, stop.
Nothing you said have nothing to how this cash flow is making back cash flow. This cash flow is going to run out because you're giving these people comfort and satisfaction every month by giving them a stimulus.
But the principal's still in there.
That money would run out. It's not making me interest. It's make principal.
I'm using the interest, not the principal. So the $8 million is still going to sit there and draw interest. I'm just using the interest to give the people their stimulus money.
Why just sit there? Why not keep billing Earth? You have it. Why putting the money there to sit? I already give it to you. So all you're saying pretty much is you're going to take my money and put it somewhere to get interest. That's it. You're not taking it. You're not building more buildings in Alva. You're not building shit. But you're just having it sit there. When these people die, they die. Their babies come. That's why I said you're targeting the elderly people only. Because the kids is growing up.
I mean,
so you have 80 billion. What ideas are you planning to build in Alva that people could walk in these stores or people could get jobs in Alva? You have the money, but you're putting it in storage. I don't want it in storage. I want the physical assets.
what could I bring to a small town? Because for one, you got to want to come here. So it would have to be, you would have to promote maybe a manufacturing firm, Caterpillar, some farming. I don't.
You want to be mayor, right? This is you want to be mayor. So what is you begging in mayor? Ain't shit. You tell me that I'm voting for you.
I know. I'm thinking because
you already have the money. So now you have the money just sitting there. What are you doing with the cash flow? How is this cash flow helping in return? How is cash flow building up buildings in Alva? How is people coming here? You have the money. Go to work now. And what if Joe could answer that? Or the other guy could answer it? And that's your story over.
I doubt if they could answer that too, because that would be $10 million for a city this size would be like the goose laid in the golden egg.
But go ahead. What's the idea? This is Earth. Anything is possible. We have the cash flow. Money is nothing. What's the idea? What are we building? We building bombs. Okay, we fixed the water pipe. Boom, we fixed the water pipe. What else we got?
We gotta have. Wonder about us. Oh, damn, can't think of a sports thing. I mean, an arena would be no good because we couldn't get no big stars here.
See why you can't really be so caught up into chasing the cash flow? Now you have the cash flow, but no wisdom on what you actually wanted to do with it. Now you're stuck with the cash flow. But Alva's still the same. So that's why the politics keep for themselves, because now they're using that cash flow to help their family, to help their people through that. Instead of having that money with the community, that money is sitting there and it's going back to them and their family because they have no true vision of what they really want to do with the community. Because why give a shit about the community when you have the money? Because now you have the money, but only idea is what?
Yeah, what you said makes sense about investing into the city and making the city better. I get that. But damn it. Fuck. If only the state of Oklahoma would pass the gambling bill.
The bill is passed. The bill is passed. The bill is passed and we have 10 million. What are we doing with it?
Oh, well, if the bill is passed, I'm opening up a real state-of-the-art sports bar.
Okay, you have a sports bar. How much will the sports bar cost?
Not even $1 million?
Let's give it $1 million for sports bar. $1 million for sports. So how many workers are coming to the sports bar? How many people you hiring from Alva?
I'd have to hire probably about 50 people.
So that's 50 people, right? The way society is going, robots is going to replace that. Human beings doing it. So why would you need a human being doing that particular job when you're going to have a robot waitress giving people? So why would you need a human for that? So now you're just wasting revenue because that revenue have no return back to me. It's going to human beings who can't even pay their house or rent. Then I use that to buy a robot, program it once. So now it's $1 million wasted.
It would have to be something to bring people to Alva. Something that would bring them, that they want to come to Alva for whatever, to eat, to entertain.
So what's the problem? You take too long, you might just die, and then I will never get fixed. Because they also tell you your age situation. They would compare your age with Biden's age. Like how long could you stay married with your health and all that? You might just croak and die. So before you croak and die, you have 6 months with Alva and you have $10 million. Go to work. The doctor tell you got 6 months to die. Remember, so you always want to say, the doctor give you the green light. You have 6 months to die. You have $10 million. Go free. But make that money generate more cash flow in Alva only. Go to work with it.
Well, I would still like to do. Remember, I told you the football field, the outside drive-in theater, because the way that is set up, the cars would be perfect, and you put a screen right here on the football field, a big screen, and you could have a drive-in movie.
How much would that cost?
Probably $100,000, if that.
And are you paying them to watch this movie?
No, they pay.
Why are they paying? Why I don't want Alva money. I'm giving you $10 million. Use my $10 million. If you're doing that, you gotta be free. Cause I'm giving you $10 million to start a business, but yet you're telling Alva they need to pay for some shit that a movie they can watch at home on Netflix. Netflix already charging them. Hulu charging them. ESPN charging them. Why they gotta come to you to watch a movie? I already give you $10 million.
I get it. Improve the school?
The school been here long enough. What does school have to do about it?
But if you give money to the athletic, we get better athletes. We get better athletes. That'll bring more people to the school.
You already have $10 million. I don't need no other human beings come to the school. I need Alva the way it right now help the people. Screw the college. They're kids. But it's just, school is, college is going to be here regardless. Because why? Student is going to always need a college to go. Parents is going to always want their kids to go into college. And it's for free. They're going to come here regardless. So they're not coming here for the sports. The people in Alva, the human beings, the adults who's outside of college, help them out. What are you doing for them? I'm giving you $10 million. Give it back to them in a way that generate the community and it's going to grow, sustain. For example, you know, in Alva, when it snow, how snow be on the road. In China, they have something in the ground. When it snow, it don't even stay in the ground. You wouldn't know it's snow in China on the road.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it that where the street stays warm to where the snow never accumulates. It just stays in water.
So what you got for me, Mayor? Your time almost up. I gotta ask someone else this question. What else do you got for me? I give you $10 million. I give you all the green light.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, it doesn't snow that much here. Son of a bitch. Why does this seem so simple, but yet it's becoming such a chore? All right, you're donating the money. What would you want me to do with it?
That's not my problem. My problem is I'm going to get a return on it. That's all we can talk about, numbers. That's the fun part of the game. But for right now, I need ideas of what you're even going to do.
what could bring revenue to this city, like in that kind of. It would have to be some kind of an arena.
They have one. They already have an arena across from Walmart. They're building one already to have events there. Concert there once a weekend, horse races there once a weekend, like because they can
No
change
horse
the floor,
racing.
or whatever they do, they can at least change the floors and shit, so they can change the setup of it.
Well, the arena, oh, the arena takes money, and we don't have the money to pay for that arena right now.
I have $10 million. I can give you $10 million. You tell me we have $10 million.
We can build a nice 5,000 seat arena. We can hold track meets in there. We can bring.
How much that cost?
What?
To build all this, what you're saying?
To build for the track, that would probably not even be $100,000. But we could get Axe. We could get Jeff Dunham to come in, because then we would get paid. That's the only way we would have to build an arena, and we would have to pay to have Axe come in, so we could get people would come from Oklahoma City to Alva, Oklahoma to see Reba McEntire. They would love to see Jeff Dunham.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. A big star. These performers.
Those people who will want to watch it, how old will they be? Who you're saying to come watch this particular idea? Those people, your audience, are you targeting 30 to 100?
The people in Alva, Oklahoma get to see it for free, and everybody else is paid.
How old are these customers? Who coming to watch this shit?
Well, the older people would watch Reba McEntire.
How old is
Probably 45 and older.
45 and older. And what about the kids younger?
Then we bring in 50 Cent or somebody like that to perform.
No. The idea is a whole different. It would have worked with 50 cents couple years ago and everything.
Well, I don't know who the current young stars that these kids would love to. Who would they love to see right now?
So your idea of helping Alva now is bringing pop music for kids to go and watch. Kids to go and watch. Older people to go and watch. With $10 million, that's what you helping Alva with it.
But think about it. It continues to build the revenue, because probably 4,000 of the people would be coming in from out of town, which means those people are going to want to stop at Brahms. Those people are going to want to stop at Chick-fil-A and eat dinner before they go to see whoever's performing. They might stop at the store. It just brings a bunch of revenue because they're outside people.
And how much will that cost?
To build the arena?
Mm-hmm.
Probably $2.5 million.
Okay, what are you doing with the next? With the next 8 million, with the next 7 point something million? What are you doing with that? What are you building another?
Well, I mean, getting Axe is not cheap. You got to pay them.
Okay, put in the next $1 million for that. Put in the next $1 million there. What are you doing with the next 6 million?
Maybe put in. Maybe buy some property. Maybe buy some property and go into the cattle business. Buy some cattle, raise cattle, slaughter it, and charge lower rates for the people to eat the meat. Just have our own meat market. The city has its own meat market because it has its own cows.
How much that would cost?
Couple million.
How much is a couple million?
About a couple million.
4 million? 2 million?
2 million.
2 million. Okay, we still got 5 million left to play around with. What are you doing with the next?
We could make a dune buggy racetrack. Everybody likes four-wheeling around here, so we just have them come out and do little sprint cars at a car track.
How is that generating cash flow?
Because people will come from all over to watch car racing. The little mini cars. It was a big thing in LA.
How much that cost you?
$1.5 million.
What you do with the next 3.5 million?
Probably go ahead and do some of the older homes. Go ahead and do some remodeling. Just make them more up to date.
How much that cost you?
That's an unknown. That's an unknown amount. Usually, each house would probably cost about $10,000 to remodel. Just basically remodel the outside, make them more safer, or I don't know.
How much you do with the last million to play around with?
Oh, I know what I would do. I know what I would do. I would build the nearest Indian land I could find here, and I would build a casino. The city of Alva would own the casino.
How much would the casino be?
That might even actually be the best thing to do. To build a casino, I would have to say probably $6 to $7 million.
Okay, well now $6 to $7 million. So now your idea is fixing Alva now is what you list off so far? What you have? To do what correctly? Like, besides fixing the pipes in Alva and the dirt.
Well, we would bring entertainment, a dirt car track, and then maybe a mini casino outside of town somewhere where there's Indian land. The city of Alva would own it, or would work a deal with Caesars or something to where they would come in and build it, and we would split the price. Whatever, it's just something. Just that would be tax money. That would be money coming in. That wouldn't even be tax money. We would own the Dadburn Casino.
Who is we? You.
The city of Alva.
Okay, so what is city of Alva?
So if that casino brings in $1 million of revenue every year to the city of Alva, that's money that can just keep circulating back into the system.
Exactly, that's the thing. I don't want my money to keep circling back in the system. I want my money circling back in the people pockets. In the people pockets, so they have to spend.
Well, if I've got $1.5 million left, then I'm just gonna write one stimulus check for everybody, and everybody that qualifies, they have to be 35 and older. Or they have to have an income. They have to have a yearly income less than $20,000 to qualify for my stimulus program.
That's happening right now in the economy. For example, the economy need buses, right? We need big buses to carry 50 people at a time. But the government is acting like they're helping by giving you bicycles to carry one person at a time.
Well, the federal government, transportation is funded by the federal government. Like Metro District in LA and all the big cities, those are all funded by the federal government. It's called, it's money from the transportation fund. There should be, I could probably get money from the transportation fund to run buses throughout Alva. Is it, would it be feasible to do that? Would there be enough people riding? But it doesn't matter. The profit comes from when you charge money to ride. But in this case,
how much do you charge them? You say
usually $1.
Usually $1.
You just get on the bus, put your dollar in, and you can ride it all the way from where it starts to it finishes. If you need to at any stop in between, if you need to go Walmart, if you need to go to Al Market, if you need to go downtown somewhere, the bus will take you there. It'll stop there. It'll cost you $1 to get downtown if you don't drive. Whatever. You use the balance of the money for that. Or like I said, for the stimulus. You make under $20,000. There's $1.1 million left from this generous donor's money. That's going to go in a stimulus check to anyone that's making $20,000 or less. So that $1.1 million is divided up. If there's 500 people making, $20,000 or less, those 500 people are going to split $1.2 million.
So what's your last 4 things of doing for Alva? What's your last 4 things of your main reason of you want to be made in Alva? Like what's the... Okay, 1 is what? Having a train station. Okay, that's 1.
Having transportation system.
1.
Yeah. Fixing the roads is 2. Bringing entertainment.
Entertainment.
What was the 4th one?
Now someone asks you if you're like Biden. You can't even remember what you said 5 minutes ago.
Oh, shut up.
You just never know. You going into the game that it's a dangerous game.
Fixing the roads,
Like
entertainment. What the hell?
Now you remember too. So are you really truly powerful knowing your age? Could you
I would.
remember-
Well, obviously, the smart thing would do to be write them down, so I always have them. Oh, I mean it. And remember, this all
So
has
now
to
you're
be.
sounding like Kamala Harris now. You're telling
This
me
all
the
has to be
shit, man.
okayed by the city council.
Everything
too.
is okay. Every damn thing is a flood go. You have the green light. They do everything you want to do with Albert. Albert's at your fingerprint. You have 6 months to die. Whatever you do with this 10 million is all yours.
Oh, I already told you what we did with the
What
10
you do
million.
with $10 million? What was the key?
And the
takeaway?
last part of it was the stimulus.
That was that with the train roads is pretty. That with the train one with the train that was pretty much.
The transportation.
But the
But
stimulus-
I wouldn't need to use use any of the 10 million for transportation because that comes from the transportation. So federal transportation. So I would run the bus system, true. And if I charge nobody, just run the buses for free.
See the stimulus, but the thing about the stimulus, I don't want to give people free money for just breathing oxygen and breathing carbon dioxide, right? Why not give them a job? Why not supply them with a building that they can go into, charge them, and then lower their rent? Lower that is every month. Every month it's happening to them, and it's not just hurt. It's helping them. It's helping us. It's helping the system. Not just give them once per month, once every 3 months, once every 4 months, one check. Okay, you get them one check, one every 4 months, but have them every day. Have them in their everyday life.
Hold on a second.
What you got for me?
Have we done this before?
What, live life and breathe?
No. What we're doing right now.
Talk to me. Yeah, over there before we started it, like last year ago, a year summer, yeah.
We were doing these scenarios.
Yeah,
If I was mayor.
if it was mayor.
It seemed like it was familiar, like a deja vu.
So why should I vote for you? You wouldn't tell me nothing after this. Why am I voting for you? Why on earth would I vote for you? Think about it. From your own view of it. Just why? And the other mayor, other guys, now they're in the same position. They have the money, but now they're using that money to help their family. Which is everything you describe.
Well, chances are
you don't profit from it.
chances are they would divert some of it into their own pockets somehow.
Everything you just said have nothing to do with you, but have everything to
No,
do with
the biggest thing, transportation,
That's back
entertainment, fixing the roads, entertainment is the big thing. That's the only way you bring consistent money in here is to have an arena, have it full, bring entertainment in, and use that revenue. That's the best thing. We would be the hot spot of Oklahoma because we would have these acts coming into here and making us a ton of money. Because, like I said,
Us are the people. Us. I get the government can make money. I get the us. How the money going back to the people? To the people. I get the money coming to us, which is us as the government. Government profit. Us don't involve the people, the blacks, the whites. It involves the government. How that money go to the people now? Distribute that money to the people every
to make improvements on the city, make
On what?
improvements
You
on the
already-
bidding,
you already
on
fixed
the
the city. You already
on
fixed
the
the
buildings, on their buildings, their homes, and everything. Give them a free renovation to where if they want to sell their home instead of getting $20,000 for it, they might be able to get $60,000 for it. If they want to sell out or something, bring the housing industry more up to date from instead of 1900. Build nicer homes.
Okay, you build a home. Now, for them to get in their home, they need cash flow. They don't have no money to rent the apartment, to rent the home. Because they don't have no cash flow coming every month. So, yes, you build the house, but now you have no tenants. Because the tenants can't afford the rent.
Well, the one thing about it, you got to refurbish this motel down here. There's a lot of units down there.
Okay, let's say we buy the unit. We own that. With the 10 million, we put 2 million, we own that. People, no one is going to rent it. Let's say right now we own that, but no one is going to rent it because they don't have the money to rent it. Why don't have the money? Because they're stuck in the situation they're at right now. They want someone like you to come in to get them unstuck in the situation. They want someone to give them money so they can take this money and go rent it to their right. They want to move.
Yeah, but you just said you didn't want to just give people money for breathing.
But at least you're keeping them alive in the system. You're helping them in a way. Why? Because why? They have somewhere to live. They're paying them, and then they have a job they can go to, sustain, and it's not no extra.
Well, just use some of the money, charge less on electricity, less on water.
Water is earth. We surrounded 90% of water, but 70% of water.
Yeah, but you've got to have a way to pump that water the way through so everybody can drink water.
It pump right by when you go from Ponca City direction. The well, Divine Water is the well right over there. It's like 25 minutes from here. Water gets pumped out of the earth. So if that can pump there for free, why am I charging these people water? It's 25 minutes.
Because the water we drink comes from the ground.
You fix the water. That's when you fix the water regardless. You fix the plumbing, you fix all of this. So how?
Yeah, but people get charged for that. If I go out there and I fix the plumbing and everything, yeah, but I'm going to have to raise water rates to offset what I've just spent. Mm-hmm. But if I have a donor or something like that, then I don't have to raise the rates.
I know that to you, but
okay, I don't have to raise the rates. I can just use part of that money to lower the rates on the water.
That have nothing to do with. That's just you.
So instead of a person paying $160 for water, they pay 50%, $80. Mm-hmm. That's a savings.
Now, what would really help Alva as the community if all those people could have access to free water? You, as a government, figure that problem out and help the people get free water. That help them every day of their life that they worrying about paying a water bill. If you think about it. Now they don't have to never pay a water bill because why? With the 100 million, you'll find a way to diversify that to the people now. Don't have to worry about water. Because why? We are already surrounded by water, electricity. We surrounded by that. That's just an added bonus to give them a little bit. All right, okay. Well, I ain't got to worry about no electricity. I ain't got to worry about no water, which we surrounded with. That help them every day. So what will you do with it as a mayor? Why would I vote for you?
That would be the only way to do it. Just not charge for it. Just update all the water system and just not charge for water. Just have it flow for free. But again, no, just go with you got to go with the entertainment. You've got to go with the entertainment. That's your best buy. That's the best way to bring revenue is entertainment. Just have top stars entertain, and you get, you get people from out of the city all over the state to come see, whoever. And as far as the young people, whoever the hot star is, just bring them in.
So your plan is to drug these people with quick dopamine, because there's still shitty life still happening. All you did was pause their shitty life, bring them to your club.
Most of the people, look, when it comes to older people, they just want to live comfortable. They're not looking to make millions of dollars. They're not looking to make a whole lot of money. They just want to live a comfortable life to where they don't have to worry about money. They don't have to worry about paying their electric bill, their water bill. As long as they have that feeling, they're happy.
That's why I have you here, because why? You're the guy who tell me you can get shit done and get people uncomfortable. So that means you just said it, people get comfortable. So that's why I got you here now as a mayor to make shit uncomfortable, to dig up the soil. What you just said, people are comfortable, and now you accept that. The people. So why would I have you the mayor if you accept that? I want you on the opposite side. I want you in discomfort. I want you to fuck up that whole shit around, that whole system. So if you already accept that people are comfort, why should I vote for you?
No, they're everybody, including me and Sylvia, we stress over finances. That's just the problem they have here in America. You haven't had to stress because you've been here. So that makes it a lot more simpler. But if you were like these other young people that have to survive outside where they'd have to pay $650 a month, what if you would have had to pay $650 a month for living, there at the church? Remember what they were doing, $650 a month or whatever. that money, you'd have to pay your own water or whatever. That money would be coming out of your pocket. You would be always wondering every month how I was going to make ends meet if you were still a student.
What you said have nothing to do with you in politics in front of cameras and TV.
But it has to do with the fact that people.
You have $10 million. How was you coming up with people fault? This have nothing to do with the people. People should just be profiting off this.
And they would by me just putting that shit into an investment fund where I could get good percentage and then use that money into a stimulus fund.
When you die, that contract signed, it carry over.
Right.
People could change that contract, and the human beings, the people in Alva, will net profit of nothing from that. Because why? That's going back into bonds and liquidity, and it's not solid asset that people, human beings here, could drive into, walk into, and spend their time there, have a good time, spend money there, go home, don't worry about that, come back, have a normal life, like how life was probably for you and for your parents. So how you could go to the gas station, like, live happy of $5 and shit. So how is
I grew up in LA. There was always something to do. We were never bored.
But you have 10 million. Make shit Alva something to do. I ain't had nothing. All I had was a bus station, which is cool. I get that one. But beside a bus station, ain't shit happening in Alva. You fix the water, okay, but like something on Facebook, that's normal problem in Alva. But the bus idea.
I look at boring as being because there's no horse race track.
That's why I went to a mayor, because you look at shit as boring. I need to look at something, because when these people are going, everyone who's 40 right now, when they're going, the people who 5, 6, 10, 20, they're going to be in Alva. So I don't care about people who 45.
Well, chances are a lot of those people that grow up that are kids right now will probably leave Alva. But
you know, fun fact, Alva drives to OKC. When I was in college too, we drive to OKC to have fun. If you have fun activity here, you know how many students at OKC are there? They would have drive here. Wishing thought, they would have drive here. Students would have drive here to have fun.
If you had entertainment.
You have $10 million. Bring entertainment.
Okay, I said build the arena and have sport and have acts here. Maybe even have the Oklahoma City Thunder come and play in the arena one time.
Everywhere have that. What you're describing?
Well, everybody, what? The Oklahoma City Thunder goes to Watonga and plays a game there?
What you're describing is just normal. What's special about here? Like how Vegas become Vegas?
How many small? Even Oklahoma City doesn't have that many entertainers come in.
That's sports. That's not
sports. I'm talking about entertainers.
Entertainers. Not everyone in life give a shit about entertainment. Like that's for our channel. We talk about politics, entertainment, sports, finance. It's more the shit than life than entertainment. Not everyone is gonna go to watch this. I hold everyone together that people's life are Eve. You have 10 million. What are you doing with it? So why should I vote for you when we are at the debate?
Because you got to remember.
What am I voting for?
You got to remember, people in small towns are used to, believe it or not, are used to being bored. They've accepted the life that they have. The only problem they have is sometimes they don't have enough money even to sustain their simple lives that they enjoy.
How old do you have to be in Alva to vote?
Huh?
How old do you have to be to vote? For
18.
18? Bam. Hypothetically, I got 10,000 students who's 18 in Alva to come sit down and watch you talk. 10,000 right there. And each one of those 10,000 already vote. All of them vote you. Now, as I'm asking this question, they just taking their signs down. And all of those people, because they're kids here in Alva. They at the high school, they at the college. They who can have sex, have babies, have shit, and be here. So why these 10,000, after hearing what you said, will they vote for you? Because if those kids vote, that outnumber the whole people.
But the kids at the college can't vote because they don't live in Alva.
I just told you, I'm going to get 10,000 students who could vote. The kids who I have here, they already vote. They could vote.
You know how many kids are in the city of Alva, Oklahoma?
How much kids are in the city of Alva, Oklahoma?
Well, do the math. The high school has 500. The junior high has 300, and the elementary has something like 190. So that's 1,000. So 1,000 kids make up the population pretty much of Alva, Oklahoma. So
Okay, all 10,000 vote for you. What's the problem? That's still more than human beings. That's still more than the adults who's about to vote. I think you have 1,000.
But they're still not old enough to vote. The high
That's why I
schoolers,
asked you,
middle
how
class.
many kids in Alva could vote? What's the age you have to be to vote for you as mayor?
They
That's
have
the
to be
audience.
18. So that means anybody in high school or below can't vote. And the college kids can't vote because they're not residents of Alva.
I just told you when you started this conversation. I have 1,000 people who are 18 years old and up who could vote in Alva. These guys who I have live in Alva, and there's 1,000 people.
Okay.
Kids who 18, 21, 25, 26, 28.
Okay.
They adults. They right there in the class right there. Listen to you talk. But from after they hear you talk, they're like, no, we're not voting for you. They come in here with the intention of, we already voted. Yes, we voting for you. After hearing me talk to them, yes, we voting for you. But after hearing this, it's like, this shit don't make no fucking sense. Why should they vote for you then?
Well, why should they vote for anybody? Because nobody else is going to do anything different.
So why change?
Look,
Like you said, comfort. So why change from Joe? Why change these guys' is comfort? Why?
Because there is no comfort under there. Everybody's miserable.
So
Everybody's miserable with the good old boy system.
So
That's the problem.
So pretty much, this conversation pretty much is just over then, because I'm hearing hella excuses. I'm hearing no change. I'm hearing comfort, which I already give you $10 million. I give you the green light to do whatever. But,
Well, we know that nobody's going to play $10 million.
So now you're.
But
you're
the thing
back.
is, you know,
You can't complain.
I'm a person when it happens, then it'll get done. I don't believe in fantasy. I know it sounds good, and to have $10 million for a city, yeah, it would be great. But you have to do something unique, something that nobody else does in the state, to be able to to make money with that $10 million.
I wouldn't vote for you as a mayor.
Well, I mean, it's not a big deal.
You cannot complain.
It's not a big deal. Look, if I don't win, I don't give a shit. I just had fun. I did something that I said I was going to do.
What was that? Nothing. What you gonna do? Fix the water, which is normal. Fix the pothole. Okay.
Has it been fixed?
Exactly.
Has it been fixed?
It's never good. So
It's never going to be fixed as long as it's business as usual.
that is normal. That pothole will take you to your grave.
I mean, that's going to happen no matter what. People, this city is not going to be fixed because people don't want to go groveling to other people to try to get something. It's below their demeanor. Me, if somebody said I had to get on my hands and knees and beg to get money to take care of these streets and the water and everything, hell yeah, I'd get on my hands and knees. Because I know my dignity, but I'm doing it for the people, not for me. I know who I am. I'm doing it for them. It's called groveling. Well, if you got to grovel to save the greater good, then that's what you do. But nobody wants to do that. It's shameful. Who wants to see the mayor of their city groveling to get money to take care of things? I don't mind it. I don't give a shit. Because I don't care what other people think. I'm just going to help my city as best as I can. So, that's it.
You cannot complain.
I will do my damnedest to figure out things because, like I said, all I'm asking is 1 year, 1 stinking year. Give me a chance for 1 year to even attempt or whatever to do what I say I'm going to do. And if I can't get it done, and if you're displeased with it, I won't even run in the next election. But at least I tried. That's all you can do. All you can do is try. You can argue until you're blue in the face. But if you get, one thing I know about this city council, it's yes, 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 yes. It's the same old bullshit, the same old crap. Nothing gets done. and everybody just pushes it on. It's like all that. You push it down the line. Push it down the line. I keep thinking why the guy that only lost by 65 votes to Kelly Parker in the last election, he would have won in a landslide against us. Why didn't he run?
What's your perspective on it?
Because he knows there's a disaster waiting for the next mayor. I mean, a fucking disaster of biblical proportions. If I guarantee you, if I sat in that mayor's chair, and my secretary or whoever comes in and piles a bunch of papers on my desk and says, "Good luck, sir," I'm fucked.
You cannot complain.
First thing I do, okay, bill. Okay, what's my budget? Holy shit! Are you serious? We're $500,000 in debt?